All right, what's going on, my people? So, I want to talk a little bit about this right here. Um, there's an impeachment hearing going on today, and it's supposed to last a few days, but at least it's open. The schedule is open for that, so it may go on for a few days. I believe until Monday of next week. But who knows? It may just get disposed of today. But a few things we could get into about it. So this morning, the first story of the day was regarding the process that Haiti has to impeach a president. It's similar to any country with a bicameral legislature, that is a two-house legislature. The lower house first must indict, the Senate then uh, tries the case and determines guilt. So that's what we have going on in Haiti starting today. And President Jovenel Moise is not worried. And I think he should be. I think the entire Tet Kale regime ought to be worried about this. I think anyone who has been involved in corruption in Haiti, those government officials, that is, I think they should be worried. And that's from now into the future because what we have is a precedent that is being set because this is the first time it's ever gotten to here for a sitting president. You understand? Because in Haiti, what we have is a situation where the president has too much power. Okay? People think we're in democracy. They think after 1986, when we got rid of the last dictators, we've been in a democracy, but we really haven't. It's been a pseudo democracy. There are so many things out of place, out of balance, uh, that cause there not to be a democracy in Haiti. And the main issue is it comes down to the interference of foreign governments that cause that. One thing is when you have the majority of the money coming from abroad, then the power of the dollar, which is controlled by these foreign nations, that can be used to control the country politically, whether you get aid or not. If there's not food aid, if there's not budgetary support, if there's not, a whole bunch of things that Haiti is dependent, even when it comes to transfers, if there's sanctions put on that, it can really cripple the power of a president. And in the case of Haiti, it could also give them power beyond what is allowed by the Constitution. So we have that going on. I'm not somebody who buys into because I know a lot of people always say Haiti has a problem of character, has a problem of you'll there's a problem of moon, peya monkey moon, like it there's not good sensibilities, and to some degree there's that. We haven't created an atmosphere where we honor heroes, people who sacrifice for the country, people who are whistleblowers. We don't have that type of society. We don't have a society that honors self-sacrifice. The Timalis and Buki. I keep going back to that. Do I? Well, let me see if I could just, in short, tell you what the Timalis and Buki paradigm that we in is. It's basically the story of Timalis and Buki, and I'm going to see if I could illustrate this. Uh, Timalis is kind of like if I were to say who T. Malise is, he would be like this brother right, these brothers right here. He's like the guy, he's doing all right for himself. He wears suits. He like a lawyer type or whatever. And then you have Buki, who would be more like, uh, let me see, I'm googling, who would be like this. Like when he's depicted in these stories that we tell our children, he's depicted as he's barefooted, he has a rope for a belt, like jeans, tattered jeans and stuff. So that's the T. Malise and Buki. And the stories, there are tons of these stories of T. Malise and Buki, and basically the foundation of them is that you have T. Malise who gets over on Buki by tricking him into stuff. Like he'll probably, you know, maybe T. Malise is supposed to put out the trash, but somehow he'll convince Buki to do it for him while T. Malise sitting back. And that's the name of and that's the story, and everybody looks at T. Malise like, oh, he was clever. I can't remember any particular stories that I've heard, but I've heard, I could probably think about three of them. There's one that talks about, I think they had to plant an entire field, and T. Malise was able to convince Buki to do it. But how he did it, how he convinced him is supposed to be the clever part or whatever. And people call it clever. They call it, they think T. Malise is the hero in the story. But for those of us who have more of a Christian foundation or grew up in the U.S. or just have different values, instead of looking at the T. Malise and Buki situation as somebody being clever and resourceful, it appears to me as somebody being deceitful, as being underhanded, as being a con artist, as being dishonest. And to us who think this way, we might see Buki as the hero in the story because he sacrificed for what he thought was a friend. He sacrificed was for someone he thought was, like his homie, like, yeah, well, I'll do this for you, whatever, but the homie getting over on him. So the point of me saying that is I don't even remember. How'd I get it? Oh yeah, I was just basically trying to explain that the mentality in it. So that we have and why the president is also powerful in Haiti. Now, but what we have with this impeachment hearing today is a precedent being set. Now, they may not be able to touch this guy. He may not. Well, I'm pretty sure he will not. They won't get it. They won't be able to get enough votes. I doubt they even have enough. I mean, I truly doubt that they even have enough deputies in the building in order to even hold the meeting. Perhaps they will, perhaps they won't, but I doubt it that they even have that. But so it's likely not to happen. And as I said before, the president has power that he is not supposed to have. He has power over the treasury that he should not have, and that's part of the charges against Moise because he went and put his hands into the money. That's why those mercenaries, those former soldiers or whatever that came into Haiti with those guns and stuff were there, to transfer some money into his personal account, money that's for the state. He got 60 million from Martelli for projects he never did, and I think another 60 or 80 million for his plantation, which is kind of ridiculous. Like a private company should not be receiving such a grant. Um, yeah, there's really no basis for it, and there was no legislative, uh, anything legislative to permit that to happen. So yeah, so we have that kind of issue in Haiti, but luckily we gain a precedent. We gain a precedent, and another big move that the opposition deputies are doing is they are looking to bring in ministers and other executives to testify in the chamber, and people and the deputies that support the president don't want to see that happen. And what we have here is a little bit of a chess move going on. They're looking at the long game, because if these ministers come and have to testify for things that are clearly out of order while they are in their functions, they will either have to take the blame. Like, for example, if I could use an exact example, like let's say the minister of planning, or somebody in BAMPOD, or somebody in one of the executive offices. Some money clearly was misappropriated, misallocated, inefficiently spent. They will have to explain their logic and why it doesn't go in accordance with what the law prescribes, and they will have to either explain that by putting blame upon themselves, or explain it by putting the blame on the president. Say they were politically under pressure, but either way, somebody's going to get trapped. And it may be the next administration, it may be the administration after that, it may be the administration after that. But these are things that we will be able to look at very closely. And it may be when they're private citizens that the charges could be brought against them. So there's a lot of good that can come out of this. And I think and someone commented on the Haiti Sentinel page. Please like the page. It's facebook.com Haiti Sentinel. And you do know, the original page was facebook.com Defend Haiti. That page still exists, but the news is coming out of Haiti Sentinel. But somebody commented on the Haiti Sentinel page like, oh, it would be the worst thing if they impeached the president and blah, blah, blah. And I actually understood him. I understood him. He just thinks, the country will become unstable and that stuff. And I just don't no longer subscribe to that belief. Everybody know I took a year and a half off from writing, because I had done it up until that point, maybe 7 years straight, 7 to 8 years straight, and wrote every single day tons of articles. And it's not like I'm doing now, which is I'm just basically summarizing, link it, go look for it, at it yourself. I actually did research back then. I actually did a lot of putting things into context, pulling out facts from decades, centuries ago, putting things into context of even what's going on globally, and just put in all that work on a daily basis, and notice that we still were dealing with the same exact issues. And I believe that if I had even stepped away from a year and a half, that I would come back and things would still be the same, and I stepped away. I also had other things to take care of in my life, but I stepped away. I had friends hitting me up, oh man, yo, this going on, man. It's really about to pop off in Haiti, man. You need to be writing, da-da-da. You need to be publishing, man. You need to be on this. And I just was like, nah, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to get kicked out. There's not going to be any accountability. Impunity is going to reign. And indeed, I was correct. I came back Everything's still the same. Nothing's changed. I am of the belief that things are going to have to either get incredibly worse before they get better, or really that's what they're going to have to do. That's good. That's the likelihood. Unless we are able to turn this ship around, unless we are able to actually spark up a movement, which is my plan A. My plan A is to actually not just put out news, but to also uh, um, grow a grassroots organization that can actually get on the ground. And I'm not just talking about getting on the ground in Haiti, but really in Washington D.C., in Paris, France, in Ottawa, and put pressure on governments and lawmakers there, and of course in Haiti as well, uh, for change to happen. Political pressure. So that's plan A, but plan B is for everything to just get burnt to the ground and be rebuilt again. And the brother that made the comment I spoke of earlier, he actually understood that. He understands that, there has to be a completely refounding of the country, but he just believes that it could be done with those in power without having to impeach the president. But I may have changed his mind. I believe that's a possibility. So, yeah, they not worried, but I think they are. Uh, Jovenel Moise say he not worried, but I think he is. I think for everybody in the Petro Carib situation from the last administration and onto this administration, and even towards the tail end of Pueval, although I don't think there are a couple people that I don't think really have any culpability, criminal culpability in the Petrocaribe situation. And that's Rene Pueval, the former president, God bless his soul, and former Prime Minister Laurent Lamont. I don't feel are involved in it. I feel they may have been administratively neglectful, but as far as actually pocketing money, I don't think these two are of that type of ilk at all. I think they were more overwhelmed and were lacking courage and were lacking a good idea. And really, the good ideas or a good plan of action would give you courage. So really, that's what I think. Uh, their involvement as far as it goes with those crimes that involve Petrocali, but everybody else from President Martelly, Jean-Max Bellerive, not Garrett O'Neill. Garrett O'Neill, he actually tried to solve everything. Who's the prime minister that came? The boy from Kit Evans, Paul. Yeah, I think you involved too. Obviously, the prime ministers in this recent with this president, maybe Seyon. I don't think Seyon is that type. That's Henry Seyon from Haiti. Definitely a lot of lawmakers involved in the Petrocali mess. They're going to have to answer to that. All of that's going to come to a head because let me see if I can find this Twitter page. These folks right here, they not playing. And most importantly is because they're young, and young in the Haitian sense. I mean, they're about in my age group, 30s and 40s. But definitely follow this young lady, Valina EC. You know what I'm saying? They not playing about that Petrocari business. It would have been nice to have them back when I was actually publishing, but good to have them now. And it's another sister too, man. I actually stumbled upon her. I'm pretty sure she followed. Yeah, she follows this page. This sister right here, follow her. Um, you know, and these are young people, man. They out here. That's a long way to go if they think they're gonna be able to, uh, if those who are doing corruption in Haiti think they're going to be able to get away with it. Nah, because not only will they not be able to outlive us, but we will be able to get take back what they've taken, and it won't be able to transfer for generations. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, and we could do it a lot quicker if you guys would just get up off your seat and join in. So, yeah, I just wanted to share those thoughts. This is former Senator Moise Jean Charles. He thinks this issue is going to strengthen the president because it's going to fail. But like I said, I disagree. I think most people understand that. Most people understand that Haiti is corrupt. The lawmakers are corrupt, and if the president uh, is not impeached, the likelihood that it's because of the weakness of the lawmakers is to blame. So I disagree with MJC there. You know, definitely do. And yeah, so this is a big day. The precedent has already been set. It doesn't matter what happens after here. Um, Next time we may go further for the next president. It may go. There might actually be a vote in the lower house to indict the president, but maybe he doesn't actually get impeached. And then maybe the next time after that, there may be a vote and an impeachment. And then we're on the track towards having an accountable government, accountable administrations. So let's take this as a win, but let's keep on looking at Haiti. Let's keep on staying involved. Definitely join the pages that I have going and those follow those Twitter pages that I just pulled up. And that's it for now, man. If you guys want to hear more insight, just send a message. That's all you got to do. I'm out.